New York has the largest Ukrainian population in the United States. Today we're going to be exploring Little Ukraine to spotlight 3 Ukrainian eateries that not only have amazing food, but will give you the opportunity to help support the Ukrainian people. You don't want to miss this. There's more than 140,000 Ukrainians in New York, and this area right here was once called Little Ukraine, centered on 6th and 7th Street between 1st and 3rd Avenue. This is still the mecca for Ukrainians in New York City. You've got the Ukrainian church right across the street. Here, in the basement, is one of the best hidden gem eateries in all of New York City. I love Streecha. This is my kind of spot. You just gotta know where to enter. It says private, but they're open, trust me. This doesn't even feel like a restaurant to me. It feels like a place just to come hang out with friends or family.
We didn't expect so many Americans want to support us. First few weeks here was like huge crowd of people, which was like really great, and we are so grateful for that. You guys Americans, you're the best.
If someone wanted to come in, if they order food here, are they automatically supporting Ukraine? Like, how does donations work here?
They come and get food here. First of all, they support our community because this is like church fundraisers, St. John's Catholic Church. Of course, part of that goes to Ukraine to support our military forces.
Stuffed cabbage.
How about my lunch special?
What's your lunch special?
It's a minced chicken schnitzel, mashed potato, salad, and vegetables. You're gonna like it.
You can come here for some potato dumplings, vareniki, 6 pieces, $5.
Minced chicken schnitzel goes here. Okay.
Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome, enjoy.
How many places in the East Village can you get this much food for lunch for $8? That's actually a healthy meal. Dima insisted I try their lunch special, chicken schnitzel, just amazing deal. I don't know how they do it, but it tastes homemade to me. Every time I eat here, and I've never tried this here before, I usually get the vareniki, but you can't go wrong with anything on their menu. What a hearty lunch. And to think we're supporting a really good cause. And what I love is that not everyone in here is Ukrainian. You have people from all walks of life in the East Village coming in to have one of my favorite hidden gem lunches in all New York City. Something many of you may not realize is that my parents immigrated to Brooklyn in 1978 from Ukraine back when it was still the Soviet Union. My uncle still lives in Western Ukraine. My cousin and cousins still live in Ukraine. I've been there before, so I have a really vested interest in supporting the country in this tough time, this horrible war that's going through. So if you're looking for a way to give back and you love to eat, this is perfect. Since 1954, Veselka, definitely the most famous Ukrainian restaurant in New York City. You know the New York black and white cookie, Veselka? We got the blue and yellow.
We watch your videos. We're here because of you.
Really? Oh, thank you so much. So you've literally sold out of Ukrainian beer. We just have Polish beer left.
Yeah, since the beginning of the war, I bought up everything that I could in terms of any Ukrainian bottled beer, and about 2 weeks ago it ran dry, so now I'm trying to support Poland and Polish beers since they're doing such a great deal of helping refugees. People have been coming out in droves and supporting. You know, I hate to say war is good for business, but it pulls on the heartstrings. We're here serving great Ukrainian food, and we're trying to do our best to support Ukrainians abroad.
How are you guys going about fundraising? I know you said that every time somebody orders borscht, it goes directly to the cause.
We serve traditional Ukrainian borscht, so I thought what better way to give back. All the sales of our Ukrainian borscht, whether you eat it here in-house, takeout, delivery, and we ship goldbelly.com nationally. Since the beginning of the war, I think we're day 55 now, or I'm not sure exactly, I've lost track. We've raised more than $125,000 worth of borscht that I'm earmarked for Ukrainian humanitarian relief efforts.
Now remember what Jason said. Anytime you order borscht, it goes directly to one of the relief funds. Even if you order it on goldbelly.com and you don't want to even visit New York right now, like that. Until I had the borscht shirt at Veselka, I really wasn't a fan of it. They actually turned me into a believer. With a side of bread, heaven. If we weren't filming at 3 restaurants today, I could eat a dozen of these pierogies easily. potato and mushroom. I went for the fried variety here. I know that boiled is more traditional, but these fried pierogies, like, this is true, like, Ukrainian comfort food. But I'll also say it's become New York City comfort food as well. Now remember, Veselka used to be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. People for years and years would come here after a night of drinking to eat pierogies. Now they close either at 11 or midnight on weekends due to the pandemic, some changes, but still, I love what they're doing here. I really love the cause and how the city has come together to support a restaurant that I already think was well deserving of it. Fantastic.
The gravy is so tasty. The beef is so tender. Ukraine all the way.
Ukrainian East Village restaurant, practically next door to Veselka. You can make this a 1-2 punch. This is actually the only place on the video that I've never been to before. First impressions, it's like walking into an old Ukrainian log cabin. First cocktail of the day, a Ukrainian mule. Vodka, ginger beer, lime. One of my favorite cocktails, actually.
At the start of this, oh my goodness, we had a line that was an hour long.
What are you guys doing to help fundraise? Like, are you guys taking proceeds from the food?
Exactly. So every week we have a percentage of sales that are donated. So at this point, reaching 20,000 in donations.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys co-own Sly Fox next door?
Exactly.
It's one of my favorite dive bars in New York City.
A lot of returning Ukrainians come back, and we're actually having a fundraiser this in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Saturday, April 30th.
Yeah?
Open bar. All proceeds are going to Ukrainian aid.
How much is it to get in?
$50.
$50 open bar, Sly Fox, all proceeds to go to Ukraine. I could spend $50 there easily. One of the great things about living in New York is you can try foods that you've never even heard of before. Haluski, first time I've ever tried this. Potato dumplings, sauerkraut, and bacon. This works. This is really hearty. So tasty with the sauerkraut on top. A lot of flavor. They do Ukrainian food right in Little Ukraine. Oh, they do it right. You're not full after that, I'll be impressed.
Pierogi. This is the Tolstoy Tang. I got this because my girlfriend's favorite writer is Tolstoy. My girlfriend is very real. Thank you very much.
3 distinctly different types of eateries that we covered today. We had fast serve, little hidden gem lunch spot. Then we have Veselka, which I would say is trendy, very popular. And then here, the Ukrainian East Village restaurant. I would say this is the most formal, like a really special event or a special night you want to come here to celebrate. One of my favorite videos ever was exploring Brighton Beach. In this video here, we go deep into Brooklyn to show you one of New York's most interesting neighborhoods.